This is day 193, Get Out of the Clams. I wrote my first computer program on a Trash 80 Radio Shack computer that was connected to my parents' living room TV in the 1980s. I was not really watching the exciting new developments in computer science probably until around 1992. From that point on, monitoring trends and innovations became part of my job. In all that time, a few major events have stuck out to me. The one I remember the most was the day that the website agilemanifesto.org came out in 2001. You can still visit that website today. It has been there since 2001. The story is that a group of people got together around a whiteboard and decided to change the software development world. This meeting was the birthplace of what we now call Agile. One of the original signers of that manifesto was Alistair Cockburn. He's still alive today and pretty active from what I can tell. He might even respond to your email. I enjoyed many of his books and ideas, but the thing that always stuck with me was his cloud, kite, sea, fish, and clam use case levels. I think his book might have been titled Use Cases. I don't remember, but it is the way to talk about the scope and level of detail of requirements or use cases in software work. I use this all the time. Not just in my software world, but also at home. Honey, explain this to me at the cloud level. Let's not get down into the clams just yet. Just kidding. I would not actually say that to my wife. The basic idea is that teams often talk past each other because one person is speaking at a very high level and another is speaking at an implementation detail level. This happens all the time. Cockburn's model gives names to those levels so that people can align on altitude before discussing a feature. Cloud is the very high-level business goal or vision. Kite is a major business process or capability. C is the user's goal, usually the right level for a normal use case conversation. Fish is a sub-function or a supporting task, and clam is a very small internal step or implementation detail, like a database record or something. The metaphor is about altitude. Cloud is far above the ground, probably too high level to talk about. Sea is where normal users operate, and fish and clam are the underwater details. When someone says there's a fish level discussion or a let's stay at the sea level, they mean let's align on the right level of abstraction before we go deeper. I personally find this metaphor a great way to recognize that you are not having a conversation with someone at the same altitude. Teams often talk past each other because one person is speaking at a very high level and another is speaking at an implementation detail level. I still use this framework today. It helps me notice when a conversation is drifting into the weeds or floating far too above the ground. The simple act of naming the altitude changes the dynamic of the conversation. You can then adjust. You can meet the other person where they are, or you can ask them to come to where you are. The next time you feel like you are talking past someone, ask yourself what altitude you are at, and then you can adjust.